Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm super excited to jump back into my Be Merry journal. I've only created 2 spreads in this journal so far, but I took a little break and brought you guys along with me and created some altered playing cards. I've also altered some envelopes with some vintage greeting cards, some older style greeting cards. And in the last video, I was altering some of the bags that actually came in the collection. So I've done a lot of work that I plan on using in my journal, not just my Be Merry journal, but also my regular junk journal. So off camera, before I started filming this video, I took the rest of the large deli bags that came in this kit. You can see here that this was a larger bag. The thing about these larger bags is they don't fit across the page in the journal. So a lot of times I like to do different things to them, but this time I decided to cut them in half. I've done this before. So I just went ahead and did that off camera. So all I did was cut the bag in half right through the middle, or, you know, by eyeballing it. I used these scissors, some old decorative scissors, but what I liked about it was that ragged edge like deli paper would have, even though the deli paper line is a lot tinier. I think that gives it a nice finish. So it looks like the finished edge of a deli bag. And then these are big enough I can just use in my book where I want to. So I cut up that green one. I cut up this brown one, and what I do to the other side then is I just stitch it closed so that it makes a bag in itself. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could hand stitch this, or you could use your stapler. I like using a stapler sometimes too. And then this I messed up, my punches. Usually I use a punch. Here, this one works. I use a punch to just make a little spot that's easier to get my journaling cards out of, and my punch decided that it doesn't want to work anymore. So I'm going to have to sharpen it or just buy a new one. We shall see. But anyway, I went ahead and cut up all of the smaller bags so that I could have some pockets. All right, so what does that mean that we are going to do? I don't exactly know. I have decided that I love this and I would like to continue this throughout the journal because it's quick and simple. I've also enjoyed using my stamps and even my stencils. I kept out this brick pattern Tim Holtz stencil because Santa climbs the chimney, right? So that could be fun. I do know that I want to add some of these fun bags, especially the red and green style bags. I know that I want those in my journal. I think I might save this one for my big junk journal because I like putting things like this in there. And yeah, we'll see about that one. I know I'm going to save that one, but I definitely know that I want to use these. And I think I'm going to start with this envelope. I had stamped this and stitched it so that it would look like I attached it to my page. Now I just have to decide where I want it. I think I'm going to be pretty random about it. I think I'm going to attach it to this page. So what I'm going to do is use this flap to attach it. So I want to line up the flap so it will fold over the page, and I'm only going to glue the bottom half of the envelope so I can make a little tuck out of it. But then the machine stitching, it also will look like it's sewn to the page even though it isn't, which I always like. That star stamp is really pretty. I've never used it before. I think I picked it up at a garage sale and I've just never used it, and it's so perfect. I might play with that one a little bit more too. Okay, so now this is always the tricky part. But I think what I'm going to do this time is take my glue and just run it along. I should have done this first, but it's been a while since I glued in an envelope like this. I'm going to glue it along the edge here so that it doesn't flip around. Now we actually have our envelope attached. And then I think to give this a more finished look, I'm just going to run some washi tape along that edge. Okay, so I think I'm just going to add this Christmas tree washi tape on the edge of this flip out page. For some reason, I just always like doing that. I think it's cute when I go back to write in my journal later. I just like to add some glue to make sure the washi stays in place. And then I picked this washi because the pattern goes up and down. And that seems like a great washi to use along the edge of a paper, right? Okay, and then I just want to do the other side. All right, I just had to take a little break because my husband just got home from work, and look, he brought me some coffee. You guys, it's 6:30 in the evening, and this is Starbucks coffee. I shouldn't be drinking it, but then again, maybe I'll get this journal done. You never know. All right, I like that. I would like to try to get this journal done, you know, rather quickly, just like the last fall journal, because it's seasonal, right? And I should be writing in it right now. So I don't really have a plan. As you guys know, I just want to use some of these things I created, and I definitely just want to get the book finished at this point. So I hope that you enjoyed some of the videos along the way with this one. I tried to do it a little bit differently since I haven't had a lot of time for videos lately. So that was a lot of fun. It was fun to dive into my, craft supplies a little bit more than usual. I don't know that I really want to put that on there. I think maybe I'm going to put it over here because I like the way that that green shows up. Okay, I still have some of the stamps out that I've been playing with while I've been creating tags and cards and things. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. And I actually think I'm going to use vintage photos since I have so much red and green going on, which I'm okay with because to me that's just the fun of a Christmas journal when you go all out and use all the colors. But I think to try to bring it back to neutral just a little bit, I'm going to use vintage photo ink there. Okay, so that's cute. I think I'll plan on putting this other bag with the holly toward the back of the book so that they're not too close together. Maybe here. I like that against the yellow of the ledger paper. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry for a journal and I want to get it done, I shouldn't say in a hurry, but I want to get it done so I can use it. Because like I've told you guys many times, I like to decorate it for the most part as much as possible and then go back and use it second. So I totally drew a blank as to what I was saying, and that is like the third time I've done something like that today. So because of that, a lot of times when I'm decorating and I'm trying to get it done quickly, I'll do things on one end of the journal and then kind of repeat a similar thing on the back side of the journal. And that way, not only is it balanced in my mind anyway, but that it's also comes along a little quicker. I don't have to come up with 30 separate ideas necessarily. I can repeat things a little bit. So let's see. I want to put washi on this. You guys know, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to stamp it. Mixing it up. Okay, I'm going to use this. I've been using it the whole time. Candied apple. I should have my craft mat down for this, but at least because it's Tim Holtz ink, oh, at least I made a nice little mess with that. Oh well. It will wipe clean if I get it on my table with water. Okay. Okay, and on this side, if I can get it to lay out, I also still have these little holly berries and leaves, and I'm just going to add them to the corner here. And these stamps, I can't find the packaging right now. They're probably old because most of the time my stamps are, but I will look. Oh wait, here we go. Heidi Grace Christmas. I think that's an old set. It's this set. If I can find them online, I'll link them below, but chances are not good because I usually get mine discounted like after they discontinue something most of the time. Okay, let's see. All right, I think I'm going to rip this graph paper out of my book. I think I might have done that in the last video, but I'm just not feeling the blue. I really like the graph paper, so I'll save this and maybe use it another time, obviously. But maybe then I want to put this Santa bag here. Okay. So I'm going to flip over my book and use my scissors to hold down this edge. And then I'm going to use my doily. So this is the doily that came on the bag in the collection. And I'm just going to use it as a stencil again. And I'm going to pull out this pine needles green that I have. And hopefully this is going to be as lovely as that large doily I used at the beginning of my journal. I have to kind of hold it in place. I like that. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Hopefully. The same thing. My book's getting a little squishy, so it's hard to hold it in place. Great. Okay, I really like that. Like, I really like that. I don't know why I haven't done that before. And then I think I'm going to add my little Sing-Into bag. So are you guys ready for Christmas? I'm sure that by the time this video posts, since we're getting toward the end of my little series here, that we are getting closer to Christmas than when I am sitting here filming. I am looking forward to Christmas this year. I know I've probably mentioned this already, but last year was a tough year and we're doing things differently this year. Where's my wipe? I want to try to... Got some green ink from these fingers all over my page. We're just doing things differently this year, so I'm pretty excited about it and looking forward to it. Which, after how rough last year was, I think is kind of miraculous in and of itself. So thank you, Lord, that I'm looking forward to Christmas, because it's definitely not about gift giving and all of the things that we feel like we have to fit into the next 21 days as I'm filming this. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it. But I don't have to buy a million gifts this year, so I'm super excited about that too, actually. I cannot tell you how much I love that doily stencil on there. I know that is something that so many people just do, and I've just never done it. I have this smaller tag here in my stash. Let's see. I think I'm going to trim it down a little. Okay, for now, I'm leaving that like it is, unless I think I want to do something else. I have this Tim Holtz stencil, and I think I want to add some bricks to the page. You think I can do this without messing up using this ink and dauber? Oh, please. Let's try it. If I hold everything in place, I'll link this stencil down below for anyone who might be interested in it. I know that I got mine on Amazon quite a while back. So I'll try to leave a link to everything down below that I have used. Because, yeah, as soon as I don't, somebody's interested. So for those of you who are interested, just know I'll do that. Okay, I like it. I wish it wasn't so straight on the edge, but you know what? If it's a chimney, that's how a chimney is. So yes, there's Santa, there's the chimney, there's red and green on this page, and I think that is a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to move ahead. What other bags do we have? I know that I have this Christmas tree that I cut out of a piece of card that was left over. It would kind of be fun. I'm not sure where to put it. To use this as maybe a tuck spot that I could hold something underneath of it. It has a jagged cut, but I'm okay with that. And maybe I want to take that star background stamp. I'm going to turn this over again, my book, upside down. This stamp is, let's see, what size is this? It is about just shy of 4 inches by 5 inches. I'm going to use Bundled Sage Distress Oxide. I really like that muted green on the back of that envelope, so I know that I'll like it on my page. And let's see if I can do this. I always sound so confident, don't I? Oh, goodness. Some things I should probably just learn to say to myself. I think I'm going to carry it down the bottom of the page, or I'm going to try to. See what I mean? Well, I'm just having fun. You guys know I'm definitely not trying to claim to be a professional of any kind. I just really enjoy paper and stamps and inks. Okay, that's fun. I like that. And then I'm thinking I'm going to use this as a tuck spot, and I like that too. Okay, so I am just going to add glue to the bottom portion of this Christmas tree, maybe about 1.5 inches down the side as well. My glue is getting really goopy. All right. I like that. That is fun to me. Okay, let me think. That is definitely too much Christmas tree going on. Part of me really wants to put the stars down this page too. I'm going for it. It's definitely different than what I normally do, which is why it seems like so much fun to me right now. Because of how lumpy my book is, I'm trying to make sure I press really well. Oh, awesome. I used a different ink color. Oh, well, that's okay. I used the pine needles instead. And then I'm just going to do the bottom. Hopefully. All right, there are all of my stars. Okay, for now, I'm just going to leave that just like that. But now that my tree's dried a little bit, let's see how that works out as a pocket. If I grab one of these tags, I can slip something back there. I think that's fun. But I'll leave that alone for now. Move forward. All right, I think I'm going to tear this edge of this music paper just to do something a little bit different. And then I think I'm going to add this bag. I was thinking about adding some background stamp on that music paper, but I think I'll just let this be because I can always come back in and decorate the bag when I'm using the journal, which is something I enjoy doing. What if I added these little half bags, both of these? I could like that. I think to save a little room, I'm going to use these scissors and take off part of this flap here. There, that way it'll fit on my page just a little better. Okay, so I like that. That's fun. I could have tags in these that pull out. I can see myself making that, so that's fun. And then, do I have anything else that I know I want to stick in this journal? Yes, this Christmas tree bag. I think for now I'll just put it on this page, but I think I definitely want to add some of this doily impression again. This time I'm going to use the red since my tree is green. I can hold it in place. Love it. I do, I love it. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this again. So more of my doily shows. And then I think I'm just going to use some green ink. Okay, another bag in, and I definitely have to go through and make some tags for all of these bags and tuck spots that I want to create. So I think that is the 10th video I've created with this collection. I think what I'm going to do now is just finish my journal up and come back and share a final flip through with you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Thank you to all of you who have purchased the Be Merry collection. I know that it sold out really quick and that some of you have told me that you weren't able to get your hands on it. Next year at Christmas, I'll plan ahead a little bit better for the extra interest. I hope that those of you who purchased Get Cozy have been able to enjoy that. I'm also looking forward to jumping into that journal after I finish up my Christmas journal. So thank you guys again so very much. I'll definitely be back very soon to share a final flip through with you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.